Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Great to have you here. Listen, before I get into the match preview for the PSV game, please show some love, like, subscribe. Please continue to comment as well. I'll respond to all of them. Love to hear from you guys and great to have you here. This video is the match preview for this week's Champions League game versus PSV. And it's fair to say, guys, this is crunch time. This really is crunch time now for Arsenal. And it's now the knockout stages for the Champions League. Thank God. I know there's been an experiment this season, this weird format. But yeah, that's all gone now. We can look forward to just pure knockout football. Yeah, I can't wait for it. And we've got a fairly, on the face of it, a decent tie. Albeit I know there's a Real Madrid game after that. But yeah, let's get into it, people. So looking at PSV's form, it isn't that great domestically, to be honest. They've won one and gone on to draw the next three and lost their last game. So that's out of their last five. They've only won one, but that's domestically. That being said, of course, they're still a top team. I mean, they've got this far in the Champions League, and like I say, domestically they're still sitting second in the league. Top scorers in their league as well. So they do score plenty of goals, and like I said, they have a significant threat in Luke de Jong and Ricardo Pepi as well. And of course, they've got our ex-striker Lucas Perez. Hasn't really played much, a bit similar to when he was Arsenal. Bit of a random signing that was anyway, to be fair. But yeah, could come back to haunt us, people. Who knows? Their Champions League form as well. Interestingly, they haven't won away in the Champions League. But that being said, in contrast to that, they're unbeaten at home and they have had some really cracking results at home, including, of course, Juve, who they beat in the last round, and probably most notably Liverpool, who they beat 3-2. So they have had some good, impressive performances at home. Similarly to us, they tend to play a 4-3-3, high press, love possession of the ball, do tend to force you out wide. So there's probably going to be an emphasis on our wide players to really step up. I hesitate to say anything like that because, of course, we're struggling wide, we're struggling centrally. So I don't know what to make of that really, because we're crap in all areas, to be fair, up front. So we'll see how that pans out. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting challenge, but I think looking at those stats, I think it's fairly obvious, people, that this leg is going to be crucial. It's going to be absolutely crucial. This is where they're best. So if we can at least stifle them, hopefully come away without conceding, that's just going to be paramount really to how we do. So yeah, and then looking at our head-to-head as well. So we last played them, I think it was back in 2023. So looking at the head-to-head between the two teams, we've won 3. There's been 4 draws and PSV have won 1. So it's fair to say we've got a pretty good record against PSV. The last game that we played away was where Nketiah scored and then they equalised in around, I think, the 50th minute. And of course, our last home game we destroyed them 4-0. So God, we'd love that again. Unlikely as that is right now, in terms of us being able to score 1, let alone 4. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. And in terms of the team news, now, usually, guys, I would have done this video after the press conference of Mikel Arteta. Hey, life gets in the way. So this week I've had to juggle things around. So as it stands at the moment, no injury news that has come out from the club. So I would assume that we're looking at the same squad as we had in our last game against Notts Forest, albeit Lewis Skelly, I would imagine, would come straight back into the team in place of Calafiori, particularly in light of the poor performance from Calafiori in the Notts Forest game. So yeah, I would fully expect Lewis Skelly to come back in. I'd be surprised if that didn't happen. And then yeah, we've got that ongoing conundrum of what do we do up front. Now I know, I mean, like I've said in previous preview videos, the chances are Arteta is just going to do the same thing over and over again. I know this, people, but let's, just for the hell of it, let's just throw stuff out there. I'm still going to say this, and I know I've slagged off Sterling, I get it, but I'd still be giving him a go up front. I mean, what have we got to lose? I just think he offers a different dynamic to what's up. What are the alternatives? We've got Trossard, who generally is going to come backwards or go sideways. He's not going to go between the lines. He hasn't really got blistering pace anyway to do that. So, and then you've got Marino. Well, I don't know what he offers, really, to be fair. He's good in the air. So going back to what we said tactically, and that PSV do like to force you out wide, perhaps, Marino may be good in this game if we look to throw some crosses in, because I think, he is good in the air, but of course usually it's coming from a deeper position rather than being the central focus up front. So yeah, other than that, we haven't really got the flexibility, have we? I mean, I'd love to give the youngster Butler a chance up front because, like I said, I think on the Notts Forest reaction video, what have we got to lose? I mean, he's a striker for God's sake. So why aren't we just trying what we've got rather than a bloody midfielder? But you know, I'm sure that we're going to be looking at that same team again and probably the same bench. What do you guys think? I'm keen to hear from you. Please let me know in the comments. In terms of my predictions for the match, I'm actually feeling a bit, I wouldn't say confident, but equally, I don't think we're going to get beat. I do think we're going to pull out a performance in this game. It's just, again, it's the goals, isn't it? It's where are the goals going to come from, if any? And that's what I'm going to be struggling with. I just love for one game to come along where we can go and score 2, 3, 4 goals. Wouldn't it be great? Just to kind of know that we can actually do it. Because at the moment, the longer this goes on, and I'm sure that you guys are probably feeling the same as me, that, you know, the confidence is going to get so low, and yeah, it's just going to get kind of worse. So yeah, it'd be great to see a game where we score a few goals. But of course, I don't really see that this is going to be one of them. It's going to be a tight game, but I'm really hoping that the defence can hold out, because I think if we can come back to the Emirates with a clean sheet, which is vital, let's face it, in the Champions League knockout stages, it's always good to go away from home, get a clean sheet, come back, and then take it from there. And particularly in the fact that because we're so poor going forward and we don't score many goals, I think if we concede this week and away goals comes into play, then you're really asking us to score like across the 2 legs, 2, 3 goals. And I just can't see it, people. I really can't. I hope I'm wrong, but yeah, I can't see that. But listen, I think I'm going to go with 0-0, and I won't be displeased with that, depending on how the performance goes. Of course, if it's 0-0 and we miss a hatful of chances, then I might feel differently. But you know, we'll see how it pans out, people. But yeah, as always, please like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments, get in touch. This is a community, people, so I really want to hear from you guys, and I love doing this, love speaking to you guys. So yeah, come on, you Gunners.